Good evening, friends. I have breaking news from the Biden administration. Lawmakers from the Senate are now meeting to discuss a new action plan to tackle the United States debt ceiling. Many Democrats have proposed sending at least one more relief check to all Americans, and this check may be worth up to $1,000. Friends, please do me a favor and watch until the end of this video for the complete details. Also, I will be giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards every week. If you would like to enter the giveaways, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you leave a comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways in a video later today. So please make sure, friends, that you do stay tuned for that video. Millions of South Carolina residents are expected to receive a one-time income tax rebate of up to $700. The payments started going out via printed check, debit card, and direct deposit at the start of this month and will continue through the end of this year. But South Carolina is not the only state giving taxpayers a reason to rush to their mailbox. Massachusetts began refunding $3 billion in surplus tax revenue to their residents this month, and the state of Illinois is still issuing $50 and $100 income tax rebates. Any South Carolina resident who paid taxes will receive a rebate, with the amount increasing based on their tax liability up to an $800 cap per filing. It is a full refund for those who paid $800 or less, which includes 33% of taxpayers. The rebates are being issued per person, regardless of whether you filed individually or jointly. Those who did not pay income taxes, which is around 44% of South Carolina residents, will not receive this check. The state of Maine taxpayers who have filed their 2021 state tax returns and have an adjusted gross income of less than $100,000 are also eligible for an $850 direct relief payment this year. Couples who file jointly will receive a single payment of $1,700. New Mexico has also issued a rebate to all taxpayers. The payments are broken into 2 parts. The first checks went out in June, and the second checks went out in August. The state also issued $250 rebates in July to taxpayers who filed individually. Married couples who filed jointly will receive $500. So friends, top lawmakers in both the House of Representatives and the Senate are concerned about how inflation is continuing to affect millions of Americans. This has led to an increase in stimulus proposals. Please, friends, comment below if you think that all Americans should receive another one-time stimulus check. Please leave those thoughts in the comments section below. Friends, the keyword for this video today is grassy lake. If you would like to enter today's Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below this keyword, which is grassy lake, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you're also subscribed to my channel. Today, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer recently told reporters that the U.S. Senate will need to address the nation's debt ceiling in the next coming weeks. Chuck Schumer vowed to tackle it and other major issues in a productive session before the current Congress ends. At a news conference, Senator Chuck Schumer said, "The debt ceiling, of course, is something that we have to deal with, and it's something that we will look at over the next few weeks." Democratic leaders in the Senate will meet this week to discuss their legislative path forward. Also today, Anita Dunn, the senior advisor to President Biden, said that the Biden administration is going to win the legal battle over student debt relief after a federal judge struck down the administration's initiative earlier this week. Texas District Judge Mark Pittman on Friday struck down the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness initiative, saying that the proposed program is an unconstitutional exercise of Congress's legislative power. During Anita Dunn's appearance on CBS News, moderator Margaret Brennan noted that millions of young voters cast ballots for Democrats in the last week's midterm elections due to the expectation of their loans being forgiven. Anita Dunn said the administration fully expected to prevail, as the law is on its side. She also added, "Make no mistake about it, President Biden made this commitment to people in America. It's not just young people. It's also people of every age. We believe we're going to prevail in court, and at that point, we will swiftly move to make sure that the over 26 million people at this point whose information this administration has, that will move swiftly for loan forgiveness." The lawsuit against the Biden administration was filed last month by conservative advocacy group for the Job Creators Network Foundation on behalf of one borrower who is ineligible for the relief program and another borrower who is not eligible for the full $20,000. The Biden administration's Student Debt Relief Initiative would include $10,000 in loan forgiveness for borrowers who make less than $125,000 a year, and up to $20,000 for Pell Grant recipients. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on the student loan forgiveness program? And what do you think will happen to all of that debt? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Well, my marvelous and awesome dear friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here this weekend. I greatly appreciate all of you who are joining me here every day. I will be announcing a winner for the $75 Walmart gift card in a video later, so please make sure you do stay tuned for that video. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed weekend.
Of the final climate package that we dealt with here in the Senate, it meant that for the first time in American history, we in effect set aside the tax code and say that for the future, the more you reduce carbon emissions, the bigger your tax savings. And none of it could have happened without a young staffer named Bobby Andres, who day after day for years reached out to every member of the Senate on both sides of the aisle, made himself available so that we could build a technology-neutral, science-driven, market-oriented approach that is going to make it possible for us to reduce carbon emissions significantly by the end of this decade. It simply doesn't happen without this dedicated young man, Bobby Andres. Chris Arneson, John Goldman, Sarah Schaefer were instrumental in going after the tax loopholes that allowed massive, profitable corporations to get away with paying little or nothing. Adam Carasso and Eric Lopresti helped to make sure the IRS had the resources to go after wealthy tax cheats who skip out on paying what they owe. Had a lot of debate around here about taxes. Working people, for example, in Maine, pay taxes with every single paycheck. That's not the way it works with the wealthy tax cheats. And Adam and Eric focused on policies that would allow us to ensure they pay their fair share. Drew Crouch contributed tax policy help on prescription drugs. Rachel Kaus put in extensive work in developing the billionaire income tax. The president, by the way, has a billionaire minimum income tax. Hasn't been enacted fully yet, but I think it's well understood that every